Are we on? Um, what is going on, guys? I'm very excited for this album. I've been looking forward to this all week. I bought tea for this review. I never do that. I've never done that before. So I'm just trying to get into a chill mental state. I haven't even listened to any music all day in preparation for this because I find it so exciting when, well-known artists branch out of the genre that they are, known for. And y'all know me, I love my atmospheric, low-key vibes. I know a little bit about it. It's just him playing the flute and some other wind instruments. So I'm just expecting a chill and serene vibe. So I don't care what the mainstream opinion of this album is. I think that I'm gonna like this regardless. Track number one is I Swear. He swears. I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. So we're gonna see where the fucking wind blew him, and we're gonna see where the shit blows me. Pause. Wow. I just realized how long I'm gonna be holding this mic for. I feel like that instrument is like mimicking some sort of animal. Is that one symbol? Why am I not on the grass right now? My god. My god, yeah. First off, talking about the title because I think the title is a really big important part. Obviously from this we gained that he wanted to do a hip hop album and he wanted to say words, but this is what he did instead. This is where the life took him. Immediately the beginning with the kind of, it sounded like it reminded me of like vinyl sounds. To be honest, it reminded me of something that would be on The Caretaker, and I'm talking like the beginning of this, like everywhere at the end of time, but instead of the person dying of dementia, they get cured. That's just kind of where the setting of this album is clearly within nature. I mean, you can clearly tell there's just a cornucopia of instruments taking place within this song, but it's all fleeting. All of it is very fleeting. I like to think about what Tyler the Creator said about his music, and that he said that his favorite parts in songs are like from a little part that just pops up for a second and then you don't hear it again. We heard that multiple times with just an instrument that was introduced for a few or maybe once or twice, and you never really hear it again, but it sticks out to you. It's memorable, because if it was the same thing for all 12 minutes then you wouldn't really remember it. But just the fact that we heard so many different things going on at once, I'm pretty sure I heard a gong at some point. I'm always going to remember that, and I'm always going to take that away. And I feel like the instruments on this song mimic birds, and they mimic, nature in a sort of way. So I imagine that everything just kind of has its own voice, and everything is just kind of existing in harmony here. So I think it's a very peaceful song. My favorite part of that song had to be the ending there. I feel like just the way that it faded, not necessarily faded out, but the way everything just kind of existed into one place. The way I feel like we ended in a place where the track just felt really whole. It didn't just fade out into nothingness. Everything was kind of brought down steadily, you know, and it was, so I thought it was amazing. God, all right. I think I covered everything I wanted to say about that song. Track 2. The slang word pussy rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word vagina. Do you? It even Genius cuts off the whole song. Oh, it's just, do you agree? Oh God, immediately. Different. Okay, some synthesizers. Or some other wind instrument, I don't know. I love the way it was wobbling in my ears. Is that proper terminology? I don't. I like those chimes. If you excuse me for a second, my laptop's gonna die. I hear the breeze. I hear the breeze. That was my favorite part of the song. And forth. Kind of a whimsical little sound. Oh. See, that's why I gotta stop it before it plays, because now I know a bass starts at the beginning of track 3. I would have been caught off guard, but now I'm not. So first of all, I do agree. I mean, I think pussy does roll off the tongue better. That's what she said. It just off the bat, it felt more electronic than the first song. The first song was clearly like, I can envision myself in the Garden of Eden, but now this felt more within the computer. But honestly, as the track went on, I felt more as if I could, walk on the beach to this kind of song. I started to get like an oceanic vibe. Yeah, I mean, at some moments this song just kind of feels alive in a sense. And once again, I love the way that song was brought out. It's just so kind of cute, That's all I really have to say to that right now. Is kind of doing some other deep thinking there within the song. Some more introspective things that I wouldn't say on camera, of course, but such a great one. I'm loving this so far. I find it very serene. Okay, track 3. The night in Hawaii when I turned into a panther and started making these low registering purring tones that I couldn't control. Shit was wild. He was not lying about the purring. He was not lying about that. would say I prefer the first two tracks more, mainly not quality wise, just because I feel like the mood of this one was a little bit more unpredictable and a little bit more, not, I wouldn't necessarily say uneasy, but like I said in the beginning, it was kind of intimidating in a very, very subtle way. But yeah, so we had some rhythm on there. So I was kind of fucking with it, and I can very much imagine myself in that Hawaii scenario. You got like a little bonfire around. Everyone's just kind of chilling out. It's kind of sexual at the same time. I don't know why. It just kind of feels that way. But he was not lying about the purring. There was certainly purring on that song. I don't know if some instrument I don't know was making that. Because if it wasn't, and it was him, wouldn't we technically count that as a vocal? Y'all said no vocals, but wouldn't that technically be a vocal? Isn't purring, doesn't that count? No? Alright. Next song. Bipolar Disorder's daughter wears a 3000 button down embroidered. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means. Bipolar Disorder's daughter? Or is that a person named Bipolar Disorder? What kind of name is that? This one's quite indescribable. Hello? I started to knock. Whatever's arpeggiating, I love it. I like this. I like this panning too. It's kind of fun. Oh my god, it sounds like an elephant. This track feels like a time lapse. I like those synths. This like exists first, like a second. Like it warps in, warps out. First three songs, I felt like it was just really, it really isolated me in a setting, in a moment. But that one kind of felt like a time lapse, like a lot of moments in time. Like it sounded like a photo album, just it sounded like someone's whole entire life. The instrumental was just so hard to wrestle and pin down a theme of where it was going to go and what mood it was going to take me. And that was the thing. I mean, it was just so many different, moods colliding with each other at the same time. It was just really, really interesting. Love that one. That might be my favorite on here so far. Not the one that I'll return to the most, but sound-wise, experience-wise, that might have been my favorite. Track 5, shortest song on here by a mile, is 93 Till Infinity and Beyonce. Interesting title there. All right.
My back is stiff as a fucking board.
Definitely one of the more active songs on here. I had a pretty deep bass going on throughout all that. I'd like to know why that was so short compared to the other songs. I think I would have liked to hear that one go on for another, however long these songs usually are. Another 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, I don't know. But I mean, yeah, I think it definitely got the point across of what the vibe was trying to do. I found it similar to track 1 in a way. So, like that a lot. Similar to track 1 and 3. If track 1 and 3 had a baby, I think it would be that one. Track number 6 is Gandhi, Dalai Lama, Your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, / Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy. Gandhi, Dalai Lama, Your Lord and Savior, and Jesus Christ. Is that meant to represent positivity? Because obviously Bundy, Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, all famous, prolific murderers, awful people. So we got some polarity within this title. We got some polarity here. We got heaven and hell. So we'll see if this sounds how I imagine, Big fan of the piano. Big fan of the piano. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but there's a car going off in the parking lot, and it just loves to go off every day at some point, every day. If anything, that was the first kind of song that I would consider very, melancholic. So we had some vocals. We had some, I feel like we had 2 different kinds of female vocals on that, actually, accompanied by a piano. So, I mean, I don't know if he's playing the piano on here, because that felt like the main instrument on this song. Everything was just kind of revolving around that. So yeah, I mean, the song kind of sounded bittersweet to me, to be honest. So I guess maybe that's the middle ground between good and bad. Track number 7, Ants to You, Gods to Who. Haunting, very ghost-like, I feel. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. This one my favorite. It's my favorite. Speaking about that one, which instrumentally happened to be my favorite. I don't know why, something about it just really clicked to me. Like I said, I found it very haunting. Very haunting. I feel like there was just spirits woven within that song. It was just really hard to describe. I feel like the atmosphere of this album keeps expanding and getting bigger as it goes on. In the beginning, I felt not necessarily isolated, but I imagined myself in a setting, in like a garden, nature setting, and I imagine myself there the whole time. But as this album progresses, I imagine, just the world keeps on expanding and things just kept getting added on to this. So I really like the way that this is going. Now to close it out, we got a 17-minute epic. Is that even a way to describe something? Dreams once buried beneath the dungeon floor slowly sprout into undying gardens. All right. Very dreamy. I feel like I'm back in the garden that we were in on the first song. My mic thing is long, so I thought I was about to go on the bed and lie down, but my headphones aren't, so that's not gonna happen. This is the moment. This is the moment. Damn, that's it. What song is Spotify gonna recommend me now?
Conductor.
The fuck?
Honestly, we're out again.
That is not in the same genre. Okay. I feel like I'm kind of grasping, or at least interpreting my own version of what this album might be about, or it's just what's coming to me, you know? So, I mean, it's clearly wrapping up a story. It feels like we're kind of returning to that peaceful place that we were in on the first song, where we started in. And maybe I think this whole album was just kind of a journey to how he got to that peaceful place. So we started there, and then he's just kind of walking our hand through how he got there, that, he's encountering. Because most of the other song titles are about people, whether it's, Beyonce, bipolar disorder's daughter, Gandhi, Dalai Lama. So it feels like maybe he's going through life and he's meeting a bunch of people. So maybe that this is just kind of a instrumental biography, you know what I'm saying? And I love when artists do this. So that's why I knew I was gonna like this album. Can't say anything remotely bad about it because, well, music wise, I can't really say anything bad about it because I'm not really an expert in this genre and this atmosphere. I don't really be listening to wind instruments and flutes like that. So I'm sure there's other artists in there that are just as good as Andre, if not better. But, and that's the point. The criticism that I'm going to see from this album is that people are going to be like, people are going to say some shit like, oh, it's just a regular instrumental wind flute album. There's artists like this all the time. This is just mid. Y'all are only listening because that's Andre. And I hate criticisms like that because people aren't listening just because it's Andre. People are listening because, yes, it is Andre, but he is going out of his comfort zone into a completely different genre. That's why people are deciding to listen to it rather than, people. I mean, I get that he has a name, so people are automatically going to listen. So that's not valid for a criticism. And I hate when people say that because they said it on the Lil Yachty record when people were freaking out calling the Lil Yachty record album of the year. Not saying it is. I don't think it is. All the Pink Floyd fans are like, it's just a psych rock record. You guys never heard psych rock before? Hip-hop fans never listen to this, so they freak out when it's another artist and they're going in another genre and yada, yada, yada. Like, that's what people sound like when they criticize shit like this. I love this album. I find it incredibly peaceful and incredibly serene. I think people are going to call this background music, but I think it's just music you could also be very mindful of and re-listen to and kind of pay attention to different intricacies that are within these instrumentals. It's just not... It's not like an Aphex Twin ambient song. I mean, Aphex Twin ambient songs are... they change, but songs like Stone and Focus, they tend to, stay the same throughout. So it's easy to multitask while you're doing this. But I feel like for a lot of these instrumentals, yes, you can probably do some homework to them, but they're also evolving at the same time. So it's easy to probably get distracted by them as well if you attempt to do that, which I'm going to attempt to. I think the biggest unfortunate thing about this album is that it's winter over here where I'm at. So it's just, this is clearly a summer album, clearly a, beach kind of vibe. And that's all I have to say for this right now. I really like this album, and I think I'm going to continue to listen to it. And I can't wait to see what other people say about it. So leave your thoughts on it in the comments. I don't know if this video is going to get a lot of views based on just the fact that I wasn't doing a lot of reacting. It was just kind of me processing thoughts and seeing what Andre's intentions were with this album. And I think I kind of grasped them, but I think it's going to take me a while and some time just to fully understand everything. I definitely want to watch an interview about him talking about this album more because I know that there is one out, so I have to go watch that and maybe it'll impact my thoughts on the record. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you for being here. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I've been recording for almost 2 hours now, so thank you guys for being here. I love and appreciate all you. Show some support and some love on the channel if you're new, and I will catch you guys later.